Welcome back. I'm Jim with Homestyle Southern Cooking, and it's good to be back and see you again. Tonight we're going to make a casserole. It's another one of my favorite casseroles, and I call it Chicken and Noodle Complete Casserole, and you'll see why as we're making it. But first, I've got to boil some pasta. I chose to use some vegetable pina pasta, all different colors with different flavors. So I'm going to open this up, and I've already got my water boiling over here, and I'm going to pour this into my water. In my water, I put a little bit of salt and a little bit of oil. So I'm going to let those boil now for about 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, the pasta's cooked, so I'm going to take the pasta off the oven and off the stove, and I'm going to drain it over here. Let it drain, and then add it to my bowl. Then drain the rest of it. I love pina pasta, and I love the vegetable flavors because this has carrots and greens, and it's got everything in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my big bowl right here, and I'm going to use about half of it. So I'm going to put about half of this into. The rest I will use for a salad, like with cottage cheese and everything later. I will take the pina pasta, put a little bit more, put that in there. Now this morning, or later, a little while ago, I cooked some chicken. Now you can bake your chicken, you can broil your chicken. I just boil this and I cut it up. I've got about 3 cups, good sized cups of chicken. I'm gonna pour my chicken in there also. Now, on top of that, I've got some crackers. If you want to use buttered crackers or Bennington crackers or any type of crackers you wanted, I use just saltine crackers, Ritz crackers. And I'm going to take maybe 2 handfuls to put in there. And what that does, it gives it a crunch to it while it's eating, okay? To that, I'm going to add, I've got a can of mixed vegetables, carrots and string beans and potatoes. I'm going to pour that in here. Now, if you want to use the frozen bag of them, that's perfect. You can use that too. I just had the canned ones here. In this, I'm going to use, the principal one is to use something with chicken in it. You can use a second can of anything you want. I'm using cream of broccoli. You can use celery or any type of soup. So I'm going to put a can of cream of broccoli in here. Then I'm going to put a can. This has, I like the cream of chicken with mushrooms because I think mushrooms always adds a nice flavor. I'm going to add that to it. Then I've got some chicken broth, and I'm going to put about maybe a half a cup of the chicken broth in here. Maybe a half a cup. And then I'm going to stir all this up. And after I get it stirred up just a little bit, I'm going to add just a few pinches of some cheddar cheese. Not much, just a little bit in the middle. Then I'm going to continue stirring this all up together. So this is why I call this, chicken and noodle a complete casserole, because you have pasta, you have chicken, you have vegetables, you have everything in the world here that's going in here. Now, after I do that, I put my seasonings in there. I put a little bit of pepper, and like I told you in another video, I really love pepper, so I could use pepper all day long and it wouldn't bother me. I like pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of salt. I've got a little bit of garlic powder here. I don't use a lot, but the garlic powder gives it a real, you can taste it, a real unique flavor. Put a little bit of garlic powder. Now, you can use powdered onions, but I prefer the onion pieces. They're like little chunks of dried onion. I'm gonna put like 3 or 4 tablespoons maybe of this in here. And then you can either use paprika, or I've got cayenne pepper because it's spicy, not a lot. It's a brand new jar, I've never opened it. This adds a little bit of kick to it. So just a little bit. And once again, and I will stir this all back up again. Now my oven's been heating at 350. Okay? Now I'm going to take the dish that I'm going to cook it in. I got my casserole dish. And I'm going to spray it just a little bit. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and put my casserole into the dish. Boy, that looks good with all the different ingredients and the chicken and the pasta and the vegetables. And I can smell the onion, all of it. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to press this down into my casserole dish. Then I'm going to go back, take my cheese, and once again, not a whole lot because you don't want the whole thing to be overtaken by the flavor of the cheddar. Just gonna put a little, sprinkle a little bit here on the top. Okay, now this is going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes, okay? It's going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes, and I'll be back because we're going to do something else to it. So let me put this in the oven. And I'll see you in about 30 minutes. It's been about 30 minutes the casserole has been in the oven, so let's take it out. Wow, that looks beautiful, and the smell is incredible. There's one more little step that I add to this. The rest of the crackers I have, I'm going to take some of the crackers and spread them on the top. Now, at this time, if you wanted to add a little bit more cheese to it, you could also, but I prefer just to add the crackers. And I have some, like, dried onions that I'm going to sprinkle these on top of these also. These are like the jerky onions we use at Thanksgiving on string beans. And then I'm going to put this back in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then it's going to be dinner time. So let me open the oven, put this back in the oven, and I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to get our casserole out of the oven. Oh yeah. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the onions have toasted on top there, and the crackers have. That is a beautiful dish to serve if somebody comes to your house. Beautiful dish. And I want to tell you, it almost smells like all Thanksgiving in one complete bowl. So what I'm going to do is it's very, very hot, and I'm not going to eat it right now, but just so you can see it, I'm going to take one scoop out to show you. Oh my goodness, look at that. Can you see that? You've got the pasta, you've got the chicken, you've got the crackers, you've got the vegetables in there. This is a complete meal of everything you'd want. So I can't wait to sit down and have this for dinner. I want to thank you again for joining me. It's been so nice spending time with you. If you've enjoyed this, once again, please subscribe and hit the like bell on YouTube. And also you can follow me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook also. So until next time, it's always fun seeing you. You take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. This is Jim saying adios. God bless.